Hari Om Tat Sat. Welcome to Swami Jyotirmayananda Society, our journey to self-realization. Please subscribe for the mystical meanings and to enjoy daily satsang. We are currently studying Srimad Bhagavad Gita. Commentaries by my Guruji, Swami Jyotirmayananda Maharaj, narrated by myself, Swami Nikhilananda. So we are currently on chapter number 3, Shloka number 21. Lord Krishna continues to guide Arjuna on the deeper imports of karma yoga. What is karma and what is karma yoga, and what should we be doing in our daily lives, and how should we be performing actions, etc. So that's covered in great detail in this chapter number 3, where Lord continues. Shloka 41. तस्मात्त्वमिन्द्रियाण्यादौ नियम्य भरतर्षभा पाप्मानं प्रजहीहेनं ज्ञानविज्ञाननाशनम्. Therefore, O best of the Bharatas, Arjuna, descendant of the king Bharata, having first subdued the Indriyas or the senses, slay this sinful enemy, the destroyer of knowledge and realization. So here God is talking about desire, which is a sinful enemy because it has no end. It is unsatiable. The more we give it things, the more it wants. So therefore it is if we don't slay it, it will destroy our knowledge and our opportunity of realization. Moving on to Shloka 42. Indriyani prapranahurindriyebhyah param manaha manasastu para buddhir yo buddhe paratastu saha. The sages say that the senses or indriyas are higher than the objects, while higher still than the senses is the mind. The intellect is higher than the mind, and even higher than the intellect is the Supreme Self. So, here God has laid out a very simplified plan for us to understand the sequence of the importance of uh, the constituents within our body. So the senses are there, but more important than the senses is our mind, because without the mind the senses cannot perceive anything, and the mind by itself cannot do anything till the intellect sanctions it. So the intellect is higher, and then higher than the intellect is the Supreme Self, from where the light of the consciousness is emanating, and through that light we can see and do things and everything else that happens in our life. So in that order, therefore, the self is the one that we should be putting our energy towards in order to attain self realization. That's why it's called self realization, to understand where is that light coming from, what is that energy that is driving us for all that we do. And this is the last shloka of chapter number 3, shloka number 43. Evam buddhehe param buddhva संस्तभ्यात्मानमात्मना जहि शत्रुं महाबाहो कामरूपं दुरासदम्. Thus, O great Arjuna, armed Bhujanabahu, O great armed Arjuna, knowing that which is higher than the intellect, with your mind under your control, you should slay this enemy desire, which is so difficult to conquer. Indeed, as we all know, desires are endless and they give us pleasure in various ways. So, therefore, we get further addicted to them. But ultimately, without uh, killing this desire and rising above these desires, we cannot proceed further to the ultimate journey of self realization. So, otherwise, we will stay at the ignorant level and at the sense level only. So, with this, we have concluded the third chapter. Let us fold our hands in gratitude, thank Lord Krishna, and chant the shloka. Om Tat Sadati Srimad Gita Su Upanishadsu ब्रह्म विद्यायां योग शास्त्रे श्री कृष्ण अर्जुन संवादे कर्म योगो नाम तृतीयो अध्यायः संपूर्णम्. Om Tat Sat. Thus, in the Upanishad of the Bhagavad Gita, the knowledge of Supreme Brahman, the scripture of yoga, the dialogue between Sri Krishna and Arjuna ends the third chapter entitled The Yoga of Action. Glory to Lord Krishna, Bhagwan Shri Krishna ki Jai, Gita Maharani ki Jai. So, with this, we will start chapter number 4, which is also known as Jnana Karma Sannyasa Yoga, meaning the yoga of wisdom. In this chapter, Lord Krishna gives the key to the mystic art of Karma Yoga, or of karma meaning action, Karma Yoga. When karma is blended with Vikarma, Vikarma being a special discipline, specialized, one is led to Akarma, a state where karma is transcended. Endowed with this art, a Karma Yogi continues to perform actions which not only purify his heart but also are conducive to the good of society. Various disciplines have been outlined in this chapter. So, this is a profound chapter that we will enjoy together. But Swamiji is guiding us that the karma by itself will create action and reaction, it will create a rebirth, and therefore it can be nullified by vikarma, which is specialized good effort like satsanga, study of scriptures, going deeper into um, spiritual meanings of life, philosophical thinkings, selfless service, meditation. All these are ways to reduce the impacts of our karma, and then it becomes a karma. A karma means non-action, which is the best way to ultimately attain self-realization. Otherwise, this vast storehouse of karma continues perpetually. So here shloka number 1, Shri Bhagavan Vacha, Lord continues, Imam Viswate Yogam Proktavana Avyayam विवस्वानमनवे प्राह मनोरिक्षस्वाक एब्रवीत. So Sri Bhagwan Krishna said, this imperishable yoga was first proclaimed to me by me to the sun god. So God is saying, I first gave it to the Surya Bhagwan or sun god, and the sun god in turn taught it to sage Manu. Manu is the initial creator of this progeny. Therefore, in Hindi, the word becomes Manushya. Manushya, and in English, we also call it man, M-A-N. So it all came from the first inhabitant of the earth planet, according to Sanatan Dharma, was Manu. Therefore, from sun to Manu, and then it was passed on to King Ikshvaku. So this knowledge has always existed, but here Lord Krishna is giving it again to Arjuna. So God is reminding him of that. Evam parampara praptamimam rajarsho viduhu sakale neha mahata yogo nashtaha parantapa. O scorcher of foes, O Arjuna, the royal sages knew this yoga as it was handed down from one to another in regular succession from King Ikshvaku. But due to the lapse of time, this tradition has been lost. So even God realizes that with time things change, and traditions etc. change, and the original knowledge is lost. So he's giving him some history. Shloka number 3, Sa evayam ayate adya yoga prokta puratanaha भक्तो असि मे सखा चेति रहस्यम हेतदुत्तमम्. Here God says, "You are my friend and devotee, therefore I declare the same ancient yoga to you, which is indeed a supreme secret." So, what a beautiful gift God has given to Arjuna, and through Arjuna to all of us, because here God Himself is demystifying this vast, complex knowledge that is out of the reach of most people. So Arjuna Vacha. So here Arjuna asks, Aparam bhavato janma param janma vivasvataha kathame tadvijaniyam tvamadau proktavaniti. Arjuna asked, "You were born much later, while Vivasvata, or the sun god, was born in the more distant past. How am I to understand then that you taught this knowledge to the sun god in the beginning stages of creation, much before your birth?" See, here Arjuna is thinking of human level birth. He's thinking, how is this possible? Lord Krishna is again here, and how could he have given this knowledge to the sun god a long time ago? So, with this, we conclude our satsang today. In tomorrow's satsang, we will see God's response to Arjuna's question, Sri Bhagavan Uvacha, which will be shloka number 5. So, Hari Om Tat Sat. Let us continue together on this journey, and with much bliss and knowledge, listen to the shlokas and the deeper meaning imports as we enjoy this journey together. This is the most profound scripture you can find anywhere. Just listening to this with devotion and attention is enough to open up our blocked passages of ignorance and ego and lack of knowledge, etc. All those will get cleansed. Um, but daily effort is required, which is what many of you are doing already. Hari Om Tat Sat.